Hi, Annette. Thanks for clicking on Stop and Think, the puzzle channel. Today we'll be looking at a Saturday New York Times crossword puzzle posted on May 17th, 2025. Saturdays are the most difficult puzzle of the week by design. The constructor today is Ryan Judge. The editor is Will Shorts, and your host here on the channel is me, yours truly, John Appleseed. And I'm going to move my head over to this portion of the screen so I'll be able to see the complete grid. I'll start the puzzle going, and I'll read the clues in this blue space above the grid. One across is much mail to Santa, maybe lists. You'd send a list of things you want for Christmas. One down, athlete who shares his home venue with the Sparks. Sparks, isn't that Nevada? Reno? I'm not sure. Two down, enough. Don't know. Three down, prime choice. Here's a long answer. Don't know that. Four down, they're found in dens. TV sets are found in dens in your house. Five down, sports and arts, for example. Or what? Don't know. 14 across, mezcal source. I think that comes from agave. 17 across, sitcom set in a corner store run by a Korean-Canadian family. Don't think I've seen that one. 19 across, Halloween. Vis-a-vis All Saints Day. Halloween is the eve of All Saints Day, All Hallows Day. It is Hallows even. A Laker, LA Laker, shares his home venue with the Sparks. Okay, Sparks, maybe that's a WNBA team in Los Angeles. Two down, enough. I give up. VE. 22 across is the sun, for example. In about 5 billion years, I think suns eventually progress through the colors. They become red stars eventually before they go supernova. Let's try that. Prime choice. Maybe this is Kim's Convenience. That kind of rings a bell. Prime choice would be same day delivery on Amazon Prime. You might choose that as your delivery option. I think Kim's Convenience. Not a show I've seen, but I think I have heard about it. Five down, sports and arts. No. 18 down, Rita Blank, R.I.P. singer, Rita Ora. I've seen in the crossword multiple times. 6 across, rubbish destinations, rubbish bins, maybe. 6 down, something to take in from a boat. Don't know. 7 down, outside the typical biological setting. Is that in vitro, maybe? 10 down, Dostoevsky's Denial. Dostoevsky wrote in Russian. Niet would be the Russian word for no. 9 down, Spanish word on a U.S. map. San, word for saint, shows up in a lot of U.S. place names. What do you take in from a boat? Hair color for 20 across. Hair color, for example. No, 27 across, like one preferring platonic relationships. That is aromantic, I believe. Aro. I've seen that as a crossword answer before as well. Are these sports and arts? No, just doesn't click. 10 across, sultanate that controls the exclave Amada. Oman is a sultanate. I'm not familiar with Amada. 10 down, having lost interest. Over it. I'm really over it. I'm just not interested anymore. 11 down, where you might refuel after landing. Refuel after refueling. A mini mart in a gas station after you refuel your car. Maybe. Why did I think landing was in that answer? I just assumed it was having to do with airplanes from refuel. 12 down, Miami is in it for short. That may be the athletic conference, ACC. 13 down, French word that sounds like a vote. A vote. You can vote nay. Oh, nay means born in French. 15 across, tip line. Some kind of advice. Pay advice, is that a phrase? 16 down, turn up, dial up the volume. 21 across, cards home. The Arizona Cardinals are a football team, I think, right? 20 across, hair color, looked at that. 24 across, humiliated or honored, as on Nickelodeon. They have a show where they pour slime on people. I guess that's an honor or humiliation, depending on how you look at it. 25 down, name dropping, abbreviation. Name dropping, no. 26 down, not own. Rent. 30 across, museum with works by Hockney, Turner, and Millay. There's a Tate Gallery in London. Let's try that. Et al. Would be a way to abbreviate a list of names. So you'd be dropping names from the list. 35 across, threw one's hat in the ring. You ran for office. Not own. Rent. Humiliated. Frightful. Ghastly. Oh, if you deny something, you're not taking responsibility for it. You don't own it in that sense. Okay, I guess that's what that is. 28 across, British singer blank Parks. Don't know. I've already looked at these downs. Still don't know what they are. 29 down, schlep. Could be to lug, to carry something. Okay, let's move on to this section. 31 across, going down in a way. Don't know. 31 down, end part of a violin bow. I don't know what the name for that is. 32 down, what might lead to a row at a party, or a row at a party. Maybe a conga line or something like that. Have people in a row dancing. Going down. 36 across, becomes uncomfortable as underwear. Rides up, I think. 39 across, type that's compatible with everyone, in brief. That's a blood type. Something neg. Is it O or A? End part of a violin bow. 43 across, work well together. Could be to gel. It's just some kind of line. A line dance would lead to a row of people dancing. 49 across, chicken nugget shape. I remember a crossword puzzle that had the clues were like the official, I don't know how official they are, but like the generally recognized shape names for chicken nuggets. Dino was one. Don't remember what the other ones were. Is this a prog or a going down? 23 down, composer Edvard. Oh, that's Edvard Grieg. What did he write? Didn't he write the Peer Gynt suite? Red Giant, not a red. I had that plural? Yeah, Red Giant is what the sun may become. Sports and arts could be sections. Yeah, sections of a newspaper. Hair color could be treat. That does let us put in vitro, which is what I wanted 7 down to be, outside the typical biological setting. Trait. Your hair color could be a trait, a genetic trait. Any advice, a line you'd say to someone to try and solicit a bit of advice. Any advice for me? Banana. What do you take in from a boat? A banana split? You eat it from a boat-shaped dish? Is that what that is saying, I guess? Okay. It's not the Banana Boat song. Day-o, day-o, daylight come and me want go home. So 31 across, maybe flying south, going down, flying down to Rio like a bird. If it's a banana split, I'm going to say frog for the end part of a violin bow. I don't know that for sure, but I know frog is part of a sword belt that you attach things to, so it must have some kind of meaning of connection. Grieg, I'm pretty confident about that. Flying south, rides up. O negative, I guess, is a blood type that is compatible with everyone. 33 down, Forrest of film, Forrest Gump. And 40 across, first president of the SCLC. I don't know what that is. Is that Martin Luther King? And I don't know what the SCLC is. Maybe some kind of civil rights organization. 24 down anyway. Gonna move on now. So that's it. I don't know 28 across. Arlo Parks. Could be Arley Parks. I don't know. 34 down. Miscellany. A group of miscellaneous things. I don't know that. 42 across. Neutral color. Tan, maybe? 38 down, Chain, whose name came from a Boston hotel, whose sign was too expensive to remove. I don't know that. 44 across, come on, dish it, spill. Spill the tea, spill the beans, spill the tea, I guess. Dish out that gossip for us. 50 down, it's not gross, your net pay is not your gross pay. 53 across, NFL team whose name is a literary reference. The Baltimore Ravens was Edgar Allan Poe from Baltimore. 53 down, Sway. When marimba rhythms start to sway, dance with me and make me sway. 60 across, Bad Moon Rising. That's Creedence Clearwater Revival, CCR. 63 across, map inset would be the key. Sway is to rock. So 57 across, scale range. 1, 2 on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe, yeah. Wine Valley in the Bay Area for 44 down. That's the Sonoma Valley. 54 down, enough, stop. 58 down, ended blank, it begun. An Emily Dickinson poem, maybe ended ere it begun. 61 across, furthermore. 64, end of a trail. The apex. Part of a cold pack could be a Kleenex, a pack of tissues for a cold. And apex would be the apex of a mountain, so that would be the end of the mountain trail. 51 across, stands to practice hitting. Tees are the little stands you put the ball on to practice hitting. Green expanse could be a lea, word for meadow. Fills up. So that's all. Hash could be miscellany, a hash, like food items thrown together. 38 down, that's the chain. 52 across, causes of some burns. Don't know that. 55 across, fills up, eats a lot or something like that. 59 across, blather, no. 62 across, MLB star Pete, who holds the single season record for homers by a rookie. Pete Alonso, maybe. Rose is too short. 65 across, they're accepted at church. Tithes, some other kind of offering. So that's that. Anyway, going to move on now. So that's that. I guess it is Arlo Parks, the British singer. Flying South. Ghastly for frightful. Ash is a neutral color, shade. 59 across, blather, no, and 65 across, that might be tithes. 56 down, base of a pump. Base of a pump, I don't know what that means. 38 down, that's the chain. 46 down, it was founded as the Medical College of Louisiana. Tulane. 47 down, one with an eye problem, an egoist. I have a problem thinking that I am the most important person in the world. 48 down, team whose logo contains an H on top of a star. The Astros do that. Houston Astros. Cause of some burns. Rugs, rug burn is a thing. Fills up, eats a lot. Blather is hot air is a noun. Sheraton came from a Boston hotel whose sign was too expensive to remove, so they just named it Sheraton. Okay. Tenets are the accepted beliefs in a church or other religious organization. Base of a pump is soul. S-O-L-E. I don't understand that. Base of a pump. It is right, but I don't feel like I've solved the puzzle because I don't understand 56 down. Soul. How is soul a base? Is it soul a fish that is the base of a fish dish called a pump that I haven't heard of? Or is it sole? Oh, sole mio, stan franciate. I don't know. I don't get it. Let me know in the comments if you know what soul means as the base of a pump. It's probably something very obvious that just isn't coming to mind. But anyway, we managed to fill out the complete grid with no errors other than not understanding 56 down. Kim's Convenience. I'm trying to think how have I heard of that? Maybe I just heard people talking about it or read about it somewhere. Red Giant instead of Red Stars, which doesn't even make sense, is not grammatical with the clue. Flying South is going down. Spill the tea. Tea as a reference to gossip shows up quite a bit in the puzzle. It's not something I ever heard before outside of crossword puzzles, but the tea is gossip. Ravens, I know that Edgar Allan Poe was in Baltimore, so that was kind of easy. 1 to 10, scale of 1 to 10. And there we go. That's the puzzle for a Saturday, just under 15 minutes, which is a very good time for me for a Saturday puzzle. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.